Google is a resource that provides many tools that can be used in the classroom. However, before you can start using the Google tools, you need to create a Google account. To do that, you'll need to go to google.com, and in the top right-hand corner, you will see a sign-in function. Click on that sign-in function. If you already have a Google account, this is where you would go ahead and sign in with your username and your password. Your username is the email that you used when you registered your account. But if you don't have a Google account, over here on the right-hand side again, but near the bottom, is the Create a New Account function. It's a relatively easy process. There's just a few cells that you've got to fill in, your email address, your password that you're going to choose for that, set the settings that you want for your account, and then read through the disclaimer, and then go ahead and submit your application. After you submit that application, they're going to send an email to that email address that you put in that form. You'll need to go to that email account to verify that you are in fact the user of that email address and to initiate your Google account. Once you have a Google account set up, what you'll need to do is then you go to google.com and you go ahead and sign in. Your initial registration process should automatically sign you in, but in the future, just go ahead and sign in. That's the top right-hand corner. Again, you'll be returned to this screen here where you'll enter in your email address and your password that you selected for your Google account. You'll notice now that the Google main page has changed. The top right-hand corner has other information up there. It's got your email address and My Account. In the future, you're going to go to My Account to organize and access the stuff from your Google account. But today, we're going to have to set stuff up in that account. To set stuff up in that account, what I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you to go over to the left-hand side of the screen where there's options for Google. I want you to go to the More option. Once you click More, I'd like you to scroll down and click on the Documents, because we're going to be using Google Documents for this part of the process. You see, this is my account, so I have lots of documents listed here. Your page is going to be relatively empty. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to start a new document, and you're going to do that by going to the left, select New, a pull-down menu is going to open up, and then select Document. Hopefully, when you open this new document, it looks relatively comfortable for you, and you see things that are familiar to you that you've used in other word processing programs before. The toolbar includes things you're familiar with. The disk is for saving, the printer is for printing, the left arrow is for undo, the right arrow is for redo, the styles function gives you font styles, Arial, what it says now, is your font types, 10 point is your size of font, the B is for bold, the I is for italics, the U is for underline, the A with the bar underneath it is your font color options, the highlighter pen with the line under it is for highlighting text, the word link is for putting hyperlinks onto your words, the 1, 2, 3 and the bullet links are for outlining functions, and then you've got the two indent options next to that. Then you have your alignment functions, which is the left alignment, center alignment, and right alignment. And then the last function is your ABC, which is spell check. In the File drop-down menu, you have New, which allows you to open new documents and spreadsheets and such. Save, which will save the program. It saves automatically, but you can save it here as well. Save as new copy, which is just going to give it a second name. Rename, which will allow you to give the document you're working on a new name rather than the one that it gives it automatically when you first start in. Revision history, which is really nice. We're going to look at that later. Delete, which will delete the file. Download file as, which is fantastic as well. Let's get back to that. And then your print settings down below. You can print it as a web page, what it would look like as a web page, or you can view it as a web page. What would this document look like if it was a web page? And you can save it as HTML, so you can just make this into a web page. So the download as, you've got HTML, which is a web page base. You can turn your document into a web page. OpenOffice, which is a free program that the students can use and you can use. A PDF file, which is really nice because then you can send it to anybody and anybody can be able to open it regardless of what type of word processing program they have. And then RTF text and a Word document. So if you have Word on your computer as well, you can save it as a Word document and then you can work with it in Microsoft Word as well. In your Edit drop-down menu, you've got functions that you're familiar with already, such as the undo and redo functions, cut, copy, and paste, the select all function, and the find and replace functions. Document styles will allow you to change the look of your document. Edit HTML and edit CSS are tools that we're probably not going to be using here, but as you get advanced on a little bit, they're going to be tools that you can access then. The View pull-down menu just gives you the types of view settings that you have. You can see it with footnotes or without footnotes. You can see it just the way it would look if it was a piece of paper, or you can have a full screen mode. So you can change these throughout your process when you're working on your document. The Insert pull-down menu has tools that you're familiar with as well. Image allows you to put a JPEG image into your document. Drawing allows you to put shapes and lines and such into your document. Link allows you to hyperlink text so that you can then click on that hyperlink and it'll take you to a web page. You can insert a table. You can add comments. The comments are stuff that only you would see. It wouldn't show up when you print it. You can add a footnote. You can add special characters. You can add a horizontal line. Page breaks, headers, footers, which are things you're familiar with. Two things that you may not be familiar with is table of contents, that you can actually create your table of contents you're going along, you insert as you go, and bookmark, where you can add special bookmarks if you want to go to this. It's a long document. You can bookmark that spot of the document and you can go to that spot quickly. The format functions in the pull-down menu are clear formatting, where you can highlight a bunch of text and you use clear formatting. It's going to go to the normal font styles and sizes. Styles gives you different word text sizes for different parts of your document. Strikeout allows the word to stay there, but it draws a line through it. Superscript and subscript. Block quote is nice because if you have a long quote where you would normally cite it differently in your document, the block quote function allows you to do that. That's for longer quotes. And then the alignment, which is left align, center align, and right align. The table pull-down menu has all the table functions that you'd use if you were having a table in your document, where you can modify your table in lots of different ways. You can add columns and remove columns. If you're familiar with tables, you're going to be familiar with everything that's listed on this pull-down menu. The tool functions are the spell checking, which you also have on your toolbar. You can change the languages. You can do the word count. Look up a word, so if a student doesn't know what a word means, they can type it up here and they can use this as their dictionary. Search the web for a word, so they can highlight a word and they go there and they can,